Hey, Shalom to Christ, everybody. Shalom. Shalom, how about Shalom, Shabbat to our brothers. Shalom, Shamar, Latha, by Shalom, to our sisters. Today is the ISUPK Sabbath service. I'm a little bit late out here in Phoenix, Arizona. Officer Rizan is holding it down today. I'll give me a second. I'm going to share like the class. Make sure y'all share like the class too as you come in. Leave a comment. I said all those things help push the classes in the algorithm. All right, so you'll see the title today. We're going to be in the book of Genesis. As you know, we've been reading the entire book of Genesis right for a while, but towards the end of it, right? We'll be starting into finish it up, and we're going into Exodus. We're seeing book of Exodus next week. But yeah, in this one, so we're going to get, it's the end of Joseph and his brothers, being in Egypt, not being in Egypt because they're going to still be there in Exodus. More so in the end of this story, let's come to the end of the story with Joseph and his brothers, Joseph reuniting with his father happy to see his son being alive. And as we get into it, right, it's gonna this next chapter we're going to is going to be very big because it's very based on this book has a lot of prophecies. This next chapter that deals with what's going on right now. So let me get this set up in Hebrew real quick. All right, but like I said, not gonna waste no more time. We'll get right into it. All right, Majors needs to stand. We'll get into these prayers. Upon your Hakadam to turn your face to the east. All right, we'll start off with the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'ah, Tzaka, Haya, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathananawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Masalaknawa, Kabwathnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabwathnawa, Wala'an, Tabayanawa, Banasai 1, Abal, Hawashinawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Malakwat, Wa'ala, Wa'thaparat, Laiwalanyam, Aman. All right, so that in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as you forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right. There's the Hakat, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Baba Kashah, Nathananawa, Hakat, Hakat Larapa'ah, Kar, Makala'ah, Kar, Marawah, Hakat, Hakat Latahar, Hamat Zarayim, Hakat Malakoyam, Hamathyam, Hakat, Our Karwath, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'ashimai Washai, throughout the month. In English, Yahweh, name Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. Name Yahushua, thank you, so be it. All right. Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha Allah, Wahab Bayasaparyam, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Wadaman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. All right. Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayunya, Ahaharya, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ai, Isaiah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Wa'aratazah, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarika, Hanat, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yashan, Shalamar, Rasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarika, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Ekaka, Bayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Nashamarika, Makar Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Athka, Wabawa Aka, Maita, Wa'ai, Iwalam. In English, I lift mine eyes into the hills. For whence cometh my help? My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He would not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, they keep Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. All right, Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Alahayim, all Damu Yalakai, all Takarash, all Tashakwat, all Kayahana, all Yebuka, Hayamah, Yawan, Ra'ash, all Amaka, Yaira Yamwa, Sawadat, Wayata, Yaitazawa, all Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwadat, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Baryath, Bakarathwa, Ahaya, Adawam, Wayashama Alia, Mawa'aba, Wagarium, Gabar, Waimawan, Waimalak, Palashath, Anyashabya, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabyan, Banakar, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yat Marwa, Ka'arab, Bakaza'aba, Bakazabat, Bakatazar, Mana'ai, Karl, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Naira Shah, Lana, Lanawa, Na'awat, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Ka'ash, Taba'ira, Ya'ira, Bakala Haba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Thardatma, Masairika, Wabasa, Wapathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabaharwa, Ayga, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya Atha, Shimka, Yahawa, Labatka, Ayawan, Alakal, Hat Ratazah. Verse Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off for being a nation. The name of Yahshua may be no more in remembrance. They consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, the Baal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. The Assyrians also joined with them, that hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, of the book of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. But the nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, or the princess of Zabah, and as Zamuna, who said, let's take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flames set the mountains on fire. Persecute them with thy tempest, make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, they may seek thy name. O Lord, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high of all the earth. All right, the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Maka Allah, Wa Alahaya, Atazab Ya'ah, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapi, Ha Saranya, Akata Zayayim, Akal Yayim, Waha Wakim, Yahweh, Bashir Hawashai, Dwadaman. In the English, bless you Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding Judah and Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and their sisters. Yahweh, name Yahweh Shai, thank you so be it. Sorry while I'm shoving, you can turn and be seated. Like 1 second, John. All right. So, like I said, we're going to be finishing up. We finish up the 48th chapter, going into the 49th chapter. We're going to break it down as we go, right? So, the book of Genesis, chapter 48, verse 20, right? You start like you do all the time. So, verses in the Hebrew, and then we're going to break it down in English. All right, we're going on to verse 4 in the 49th chapter. Sorry, chapter 48, verse 20. Oh, I'm about to read. It's like why you darkum bayayim but it's like it by your one haha awa haha wa la ma war bak baka ya barak yasher Allah la amar yashamak shamak alahaya alahayim it's like it ka aparium ka aparayim it's like welcome masha it's like it Waka Manasha, Waya Ashar, it's like Waya Shum, verse 21. We are Amar, Yasha'Allah, All, Yawasap, Hana, let's see, Anakia, Math, Wayaha, let's see, Wahaya, Alahayim, Amakam, I Makam, Wahash, Wahasha Shayab, Amaskim, it's like Azkam, Alahaya, Mana, Harataza, verse 22, Wa'anya, Nathathia, Laka, Shakam, Akkad, All, Ayaka, see, Akyaka, Ashar, La Kakathia, Mayad, it's like Ha'amarya, Bakarabya, Wabah, Kwashathya. All right. That was now book Genesis chapter 49, verse 1. We Korah, Iquab, All, Banyawa, we Amar, Ha'asapwa, Agad, Yada, Lakam, Ath, Ashar, Dakara'ah, Athkam, Athkam, Ba'akayath, Hayamayam, verse 2, Hakwabad, Hakwabad Tazawa, Washamaiwa, Banya, Iquab, Washamaiwa, All, Yasha'alu, Abba Yakam, verse 3, Ra'awab, Saki, Ra'awab, Ra'aban, Bakarya, see, Atha, Kakya, Waya Ashiath, Awanya, Yathar, Sha'ath, Wayathar, Izar, it's like verse 4, Pakar, Pakazah. See, Pakas, Pakazah, uh, Kamayam, Al, Thawathar, Kaya, Al Yatha, Masha, Mashakabya, Abayaka, Azah, Kalalath, Yatazah, Zah, Waya, Ilah. All right. The first 7 verses in the Hebrew. Go over it in English. The book of Genesis, chapter 48, verse 20. And he blessed them that day, saying, in these shall Israel bless, saying, God make thee as Ephraim and as Manasseh. And he set Ephraim before Manasseh. And Israel said unto Joseph, before I die, but God shall be with you and bring you again unto the land of your fathers. Moreover, I have given to thee one portion above thy brethren, which I took out of the hand of the Amorite with my sword and with my bow. So that's it. He just put Ephraim over Manasseh and brought them into also being part of the covenant. Sure, sis. Thanks for joining in. All right, chapter 49, verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, in the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel, because thou wentest up into thy father's bed, then defilest thou it. He went up to my couch. All right. So now this is what we're getting into, right? In this time, Israel is going to is telling as I said, it's telling all the children of Israel, right, what's going to befall them in the last days. This just what's about to happen now is all future prophecies. It's also going to be this is how we know who is who on the face of this earth. This is one of those prophecies that tells us who it is. So right now, Israel is giving them is prophesying at the moment. He's telling his children what's going to happen to them. And he's starting off with Reuben, who was his firstborn, right? And he's telling Reuben that, hey, remember our firstborn. When it comes to excellency and dignity, there's none better than him, and his strength is second to none, right? But there's a problem with Reuben. Now, Reuben is what we call today the Seminole Indians, right? Here in North America. Right, matter of fact, see, I don't really got the time to go into all that. But Reuben, you know what I'm saying? He his problem was, as Israel pointed out, was that he slept with one of his father's wives. That's why I said he went into his bed and defiled it. So, you know, some of the Indians are primarily based over in Florida. Pretty sure that's not the whole region. They had a lot more space, but that's where they kind of shifted him towards, right? That's what we call similar Indians today. But Reuben's problem was he slept with one of his father's wives. That's why he said he's unstable. You know what I'm saying? And said, "Thou shalt not excel," right? See, he went into his father's house. You know, he defiled his father's bed. He slept with one of his women. That is adultery. That is, you know, what I'm saying, that is against the law. That's why Reuben being the firstborn, Reuben should have had the blessings. You know, what I'm saying, the king should have came out of Reuben. But because of what Reuben did, you know, what I'm saying, that gets passed on to a different brother. All right, we're going to continue from 4 to 11 from 5 to 11. It's like in the Hebrew. Book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 5 in the Hebrew. Shammai one. Well, it's like it. Walaya. Shammai one. Walaya. Akyam. Kaya. Kamasa. Makartaya. Verse 6. Makartaya. Pasab. See. Basadam. All. Taba'a. Napashia. Bakwahalam. All. Zakad. Kabadia. Kaya. Ba'ipag. Taka. Ba'ipam. Aragua. Ayash. Wabarat. Taza Nam. Nama. Nam. It's like Aquaria. That's like Aquarwa. Shawar. Verse 7. Our war. A gum. It's like a pum. Kaya. Isaiah. Wa'ai Baratham. Wa'ai Baratham. Kaya. Kwashatha. Aka. Akala Laquam. Ba Iquab. Wa'ai Payatazam. Payatazam. Wayasha'ala. Verse 8. Yahawada. Atha. Yawada Waka. Ak Yaka. Yadak. Ba'ai Rap. Ba'irap. Ayabyaka. Yashatham. Yashatak. Wawa. Laka. Banya. Abayaka. Verse 9. Gawar. Araya. Yahawada, Masarap, Banya. Let's see. Alayath, Karai, Rabatazah, select. Batazai, Ka'araya, Wakalab, Ya'ah, Maya, Yakwayam Nawa. Verse 10, La'ah, Yasawar, Shabbat, Yasawar, Shabbat, Mayahawada, Wama, Kakwa, Mabadia, Siki, Maba Yun, Regalia Wa, Id, Kaya, Yaba'a, Sayala, Shalaya, Shalai Lawa, Walawa, Yakwahath, Amya, Asarya, Lagapan, Ayara, see, Ayarwa, Walashar Kwa, Banya, Athunwa, Kabas, Baya Yawa, Labashwa, Bud, Bubadam, Inabia, Sawatha, and Sawathwa. All right. So the same verses in English. Book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are their habitations. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly. Mine honor be not thou, my honor be thou. It's like to the secret, to the assembly, mine honor be not thou united, for in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. All right, so what it's basically saying is that for Simeon and Levi is going to be at ends with each other. They're going to be always fighting each other. For those that don't know, right? You come into the school and you come into this truth, right? One of the things you learn who is who in the when I called the 12 tribes chart. So Simeon is the tribe. The tribe of Simeon is who we call the Dominicans today. And the tribe of Levi is who we call the Haitians. Now, if you know, Haiti and the Dominican Republic sit on the same island. They're separated, but those two are always fighting. They're never at peace with each other. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna have some people come in. You got people that do work well with each other. You got some brothers and sisters that are from each side that have married and have mingled peacefully together. But as a whole, right, that those two countries are always at odds with each other. This means they're going to be fierce and angered. You know, they're going to always be fighting. And if you look, as you read, you know, saying through the Bible, you don't really see Simeon and Levi at odds with each other a lot. A lot of people had odds with no, I won't say that. That's wrong. It's like you don't even see them at odds, but you will see them at odds in the last days, right? This was to befall them, and them sharing that island was not much space for them. You either side to grow. They come at odds, basically because of our oppressor. Then we get into verse 8. It says, Judah, thou art. It's like, let me continue reading. It's like, verse 8, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion. As an old lion, who shall rouse him up? So for Judah, it says, as a brother shall praise him, right? The praise is the fact that our king, Yahweh Shai, is of the tribe of Judah. That's why he's praising, because that's where the king would eventually come from. This is the future prophecy in the sense of who would lead Israel as a whole. And it was chosen to be Judah. They said, thy father's children shall bow down before thee. That's what that means. That's being the king means that the brothers have to now bow down before Judah. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art going up. He stooped down low. Oh, it's like, thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Listen, we're always battling against our enemies, right? And very, very soon, that's exactly where our hand will be upon our neck of our oppressors. We're not quite there yet, but listen, that time is soon coming. We've been there before. It's like, listen, when during the time of King David and the other kings, you know what I'm saying? But when that time comes again, you know what I'm saying, our hands will be around our enemy's neck, and there's nothing they can be able to do about it either. But Judah's a lion, though. Right now, Judah's just kind of like sleeping. You know, so he's a sleeping lion. He has to be roused up. He has to be waking up. Judah has to, come up out of his slumber and take charge. Verse 10: the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be, binding his foil unto the vine, and his ashes coat unto the choice vine. He washed his garment in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. All that's saying is that Judah's going to be the one in rulership, right? Judah's also going to be one who was giving out laws to the people. That's all I'm saying, that Judah will come, the one who will rule over Israel as a whole. Doesn't mean the whole of Judah, right? That's who's coming out of Judah. Now, in this case, we all know that to be our king, Yahweh Shai. I think maybe to get a few more in the Hebrew, read in the Hebrew. Let me see. I don't want to. It's no style late, so I don't want to take up too much time. So we're gonna go to reading the Hebrew from verse 12 to verse 19. The book of Genesis, chapter 12, verse 19. See, Ayanya, Ayanya. See, Mayayan, Mayayan, uh, Wallaban, Wallaban, Scott, Wallaban, Shanyam, Makalab, Makalab. All right, verse 13. Let's see, Zabawan, Walan, see, Zabalawan, okay. Zabalawan, Laka, Yakawap, Yamayam, Yashakan, Shakan, Wahawa'a, Lakawap, On Yawath, Wayaka Karathwa, Al, uh, Tazayadan, verse 14. Let's see. Yashakar, Kamar, Garam, Rabatazah, see, Bayan, Hashema Mapathium, verse 15. Wayra'ah, Manakah, Kaya, Tawab, Wa'ath, Harataza, Kaya, Na'imah, see, Wayat, Shakamwa, Lasabal, Wayaya, Lamasa, Ibad, verse 16. Dan, let's see, Yawa, Imwa, Ka'akad, Shabbatya, Yasha'ala, verse 17. Yaya, Dan, Nakash, Alya, Daka, it's like Darak, Shapa, uh, Yapan, Alya, Arak, Hanashak, Hanashak, it's like Hanashka, Aquabia, Sawas, see, Wayapal, Rakabwa, see, Akwar, verse 18. Yashab, Yashab, Aithka, Koyathya, second. Kawaya Thaya, Yahweh, verse 19. God, uh, Gadawad, Wagawad, second. Wagawad Nawa, Waha'awa, your God. See, Aquabum. All right. So the next 7 verses in English. Look at Genesis chapter 49, verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. That's all talking about Judah. Verse 13. Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships. It's like there's a haven for ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon. So now I was talking about Zebulun, right? Zebulun's kind of short. So they're going to be as a haven for the ships. So if you look at a map of ancient Israel, Zebulun, its borders are not on the sea. It doesn't touch the sea. So I can be a haven for ships if where they were at that he couldn't be a haven for ships. But this is talking about where Zebulun would be in the end time. So Zebulun is what we call check right there. You can take it. So while guys gonna Zebulun is called Guatemala, right? Guatemala, a lot of ships come through and go through Guatemala. Right? This is what you would call a haven for ships. Like saying a lot of maritime for Zebulun. In verse 14, Issachar is as strong as crouching down between two burdens. It's like Issachar is as strong as crouching down between two burdens. And he saw that rest was good, that the land was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. So Issachar, right, gonna be a strong ass, and an ass is also a donkey, right? Country down between the two burdens means Issachar is always he's always carrying a lot of weight, a lot of issues, a lot of problems to the two burdens. He saw the land was pleasant and bowed his shoulder to bear and became a servant unto tribute. He's gonna get taken over as well. I'm saying you see the Esquire people who are the Mexicans, so hardworking people. You know what I'm saying? They always got something going on. I'm saying always carries kind of weight on their shoulders. You know what I'm saying? That's what they talk about with that. Verse 16, Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path, that biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall off backward. I have waited for thy salvation, O Lord. So Dan, right? So saying that Dan as one of the tribes of Israel, that Dan is a tribe of Israel. But when you look at, when it talks about the 12 gates that, for Israel, tribe of Dan is not mentioned there. The tribe of Dan actually dissolves mostly into Manasseh. Right. So the Danites are amongst us now. Right. So they're any one of us, like an adder. His name just kind of is there all the time. Because he can kind of strike whenever he wants to, especially towards our enemies. Verse 19, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. All right, so this is just a mighty company is going to come over Gad and take him over completely. But there'll be a time where he will also overcome. I ain't got much time, so I'm just going to read them in the English. But I don't lose too much more about my voice. It's kind of already been bad lately. Verse 20. Yeah, verse 20. Out of Asher his bread shall be fat, and he shall yield royal dainties. Dainties are grapes. Those that don't know. Dainties are grapes. It's going to be rich, basically. 21. Naphtali is a hind let loose. He giveth godly words. Right. So Naphtali, you know what I'm saying, he's going to give goodly words. Just try not to get more info that before I try to break that down for Naphtali. So I'm about to ask about that one, so I can have some clear understanding for him. Verse 22. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by well, whose branches run over the wall. The archers have sorely grieved him and shot at him and hated him. But his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob. From this is the shepherd, the stone of Israel. Right. So what I'm saying is Joseph's the fruitful both. Joseph's gonna have like his. I'm talking about Joseph's talking about both Ephraim and Manasseh. Like I said, now they also get share the inheritance and be known as a child, not like the son, but as a child of Israel. That's it for that. I will ask. I'll get a little more confirmation for that. I want to break it down if I don't quite understand it myself. Right. Verse 25. Even by the God of thy father, who shall help thee, and by the Almighty, who shall bless thee with blessings of heaven above. Second, blessings of the deep that lieth under, blessings of the breast and of the womb. The blessings of thy father have prevailed above the blessings of my progenitors, unto the utmost bound of the everlasting hills. Thy shall be on the head of Joseph, on the crown of the head of him that separate from his brethren. All right. They're just saying that Joseph's also going to be high. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have time. He's going to be above his brothers and above. You know what I'm saying? His progenitors talking about his Jacob talking about his own sons. Like be a point where Ephraim will be over them. Verse 27. Benjamin shall raven as a wolf. In the morning shall he devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoil. All right. So I'll get more info on that one. I'm quite too sure. Verse 28. All these are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is it that their father spake unto them and blessed them. Everyone according to his blessing, he blessed them. We're talking about the 12 tribes, so gave it for all of them. So remember, we didn't see Manasseh and Ephraim was kind of asked when he said Joseph. So he's talking about both Ephraim and Manasseh at that time. And he charged them and said unto them, I am to be gathered unto my people. Bury me with my fathers in the cave that is in the field of Ephraim the Hittite. In the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, which is before Mamre, in the land of Canaan, which Abraham bought the field of Ephraim the Hittite for possession of a burying place. There they buried Abraham and Sarah, his wife, There they buried Isaac and Rebekah, his wife, and there I buried Leah. The purchase of the field and of the cave that is therein was from the children of Heth. All right, so just telling him once again, giving directions where to go, right? Where he wants to be buried, when he wants to be buried at, where to go, and why the land was bought in the first place. That specific land was bought for a burial site to bury the dead. I'm just giving his kids a little more info why it's important that he be buried amongst his fathers. When Jacob had made an end of commanding his sons, he gathered up to his feet unto the bed and yielded up the ghost and was gathered unto his people. So after all that breakdown that Joseph did, that he ended up passing away. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go. That's not important. All right. So, book of Genesis chapter 50, verse 1. And Joseph fell upon his father's face and wept upon him and kissed him. And Joseph commanded his servants, the physicians, to embalm his father. And the physicians embalmed his father. And 40 days were fulfilled for him. For so are fulfilled the days of those which are embalmed. And the Egyptians mourned for him 70 days. So I'm not saying I heard embalming, but let me just read exactly what embalming is, right? And so they preserved the bodies with chemicals at the death. They couldn't really find the words to say it, right? So after that, the Egyptians also mourned with them because one of their rulers was mourning, so they're mourning with them. Because Joseph at the time was a great man in Egypt, and of course they saw his father also as a great man. It said they mourned for him 70 days. So they mourned for Jacob 70 days. Remember, a score is 20, so 70 is 60, plus 10 is 70. So they mourned 70 days for Jacob. Verse 4. When the days of his mourning were past, Joseph spake unto the house of Pharaoh, saying, If now I have found grace in your eyes, speak, I pray you, in the ears of Pharaoh, saying, My father made me swear, saying, Lo, I die. In my grave which I have digged for me in the land of Canaan, there thou shalt bury me. Now therefore let me go up, I pray thee, and bury my father, and I will come again. So now, after the time of mourning was done, Joseph goes to the Pharaoh and said, Hey, if it's cool with you, I've been doing my thing out here. And saying, I made a promise to my father that I will go and bury him in where the rest of where our forefathers are also buried. So he's asking for permission and say, Hey, let me go do that. I'll be right back. Verse 6. And Pharaoh said, Go up. Go up and bury thy father according to what he made thee swear. So Pharaoh saying, All right, that's cool. Go. Your father made you promise. Go do what your father made you to promise to do. Verse 7. Joseph went up to bury his father, and with him went up all the servants of Pharaoh, the elders of his house, and all the elders of the land of Egypt. And all the house of Joseph and his brethren, and his father's house, only their little ones and their flocks and their herds they left in the land of Goshen. So Now it's time to go. And as they're leaving out, is Joseph, all the tribes of Israel, the brothers, right? Tribes of Israel, the brothers, the sisters that are able to go. I'm saying his father's wives that are still alive. His other children, of course. I mean, his other children. I believe Joseph had a few daughters, but there's also his other brothers that were still alive at the time. And only the small children didn't go. They left. They of course left their flocks and herds in the Goshen. They went to Canaan, the land of Canaan, to bury Israel. Verse 9, and there went up with him both chariots and horsemen. It was a very great company. And they came to the threshing floor of Atad, which is beyond Jordan. There they mourned with a great and very sore lamentation. And he made a mourning for his father 7 days. When the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites, saw the mourning on the floor of Atad, they said, This is a grievous mourning to the Egyptians. Therefore, the name of it was called Abel Mizraim, which is beyond Jordan. And his sons did unto him according as he commanded them. For his sons carried him into the land of Canaan and buried him in the cave of the field of Machpelah, which Abraham brought with the field for possession of a burying place of Ephraim the Hittite before Mamre. This is where we're supposed to stop, right? And so that's it right there, man. So Jacob gave his Jacob gave prophecies for his children. He prophesied for his children would be before them, right? In the last days, he passed away. They went and buried him as he had asked for them to do. They mourned. Even the Canaanites, even the Egyptians mourned. They knew that. They also knew that Jacob was a great mighty man, and the Canaanites saw it too. Realized that even the Egyptians are mourning. This is a very, very time of mourning. All right, so I got much more on that. That's the end. We'll pick up and finish off next week. We'll be finishing out the book of Genesis. We'll be heading into the book of Exodus. With that, so we're going to exit out with these prayers. So imagine you to stand. Put your academics to turn your face to the east. All right, I'm going to start with the Lord's prayers. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwatha, Taba'ah, Jazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Athanawa, Lakam, Kal Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabwathnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabwathinawa, Wala'ah, Tabayanawa, Banasai 1, Abal, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Wahat Allah, Wahata Parath, Lawalanyam, Aman. Right? In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And it's not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Are the Kak, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Babakashah, Nathalanawa, Hakak, Hakak Rapa'ah, Ka, Makalah, Wakar, Madawa, Hakat Latahar, Amatazarayim, Hakat Lakwayam, Hamathim, Hakat, Arakagwath, Hatama Allah, Lagarshan, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Wadaman. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power. Power here all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. All right, bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha Allah, Wa Ba Yasaparyum, Barak, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Wadaman. All right, bless Israel in the Hebrew, in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. All right, Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayunya, Aharyum, Ma'yan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayim, Waratazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashun, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yomam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayila, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaathka, Baba Wa'aka, Ma'aitha, Wa'ai, Iwalam. All right. In the English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, for whence cometh my help? Coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yahshua Allah, son of thy slumber nor sleep. Thou was thy keeper. Thou was thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Thou shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Thou shalt preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. All right, Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, all Dami Alakah, all Takarash, all Tashakwat, all Kayahana, our Yebika, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Amaka, Yara Yamwa, Sawada, Wayatha, Yaichazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Winakakidan, Magaya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawaichazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Ayika, Baryath, Lakarathwa, Ahaya, Adawan, Wayasha Ma'al, Wayasha Ma'alayam, Ma'aba, Wagaryam, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Palashat, and Yeshabya, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Malawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Babayan Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamajin, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Banakar, Koyashwan, Yashamadwa, Ba'ayan, Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shaitamwa, the Dab Yat Mawa, Ka'arab, Kaza'aba, Kazabak, Katazar, Mana'ai, Ka, Sayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairashah, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awat, Alahayim, Shaitamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, the Panyaraka, Ka'ash, Taba'ira, Ya'ira, Wakalaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Thardatma, Basairaka, Basa, Pathka, Tabahalan, Mala'ah, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabaharwa, Ayai, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, We are the Iowa, Kaya, Aitha, Shimka, Yahweh, Labatka, Ayawan, Al-Ka, Ha-Ratazah. In English, keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let's cut them off and be a nation, that the name of Yahshua Allah may be no more in remembrance. They consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur is also joined with them. They will hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. And the love like Ored, like Zeed, yea, or the princess Zabah, and Azamuna, who said, and take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, make them afraid with thy storm. For the faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high of all the earth. All right. The blessings in the Hebrew. Barak atah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Malka Allah. Wa Allahayim. Matazab Ya'ah. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapim. Hasarunim. Akwatazayayim. Akar Yayim. Wa Hakwathim. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Wa Raman. All right, in English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanded you and Johanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, and name Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. All right, Shelby, you see it? All right, service for today. Shalom.